One love, Fire Nelson here, and I'm here to talk to you about achieving your goals. So, achieving your goals is something that I feel like is stigmatized a lot, and it's kind of placed as a pedestal when achieving your goals is really small stepping stones and building blocks that are very easy to achieve if you're just putting in the right effort. We need to open our minds about achieving these goals. And by doing that, sometimes we have to break it down into smaller parts and achieve those first so that we can see the progress we're making towards that big goal we're trying to achieve. So there's small goals and then there's big goals. The big goals can be something from a year from now, 5 years from now, 10, 20 years is now, as big as you want to go, because you want to have goals set all the way to your 50, 60, 80, 90, 100, you know? You want to try to set as many goals as you can, but don't get too lost in them. You know, don't be so hard on yourself if you don't achieve all these goals by the time frame that you give yourself. But you want to set as many goals as you can, because if you're setting goals for what you're doing at 100, then you're not even thinking about how you're only 90, you know, because you're already thinking, oh, I can't wait to do this when I'm 100. So your body is already acting in the type of way that it doesn't feel as old as it may be, you know? So when you're setting goals for the future, whether it's for when you're 50, 30, 20, wherever time frame you're at, when you're setting goals for the future, it's almost telling the universe, hey, I'm going to be here during this time and I'm going to be living a positive life. You know, it's putting something forth in the future that's an aspiration for you to work harder during that time until then, because if you're keeping up with your goals and you're keeping up with at least writing them down, at least, you know, once a month, something like that, then you're going to be thinking about this goal. You're going to be thinking about, oh, this age is coming up in the next 3 years or however many time. And when you set these goals, it's really just honestly helping you get to a major goal. And that is just being at peace with yourself, being content with what you've done, and being able to hopefully be financially free and living your best life, you know, enjoying time with your family and your loved ones and doing what you love to do. This is the big goal, you know, the major goal that all these other goals are helping us to hopefully get to, you know, living a peaceful life with family, loved ones, and enjoying a harmony with the universe. So, number one rule about goals is try not to get so hard on yourself about these goals. You want to stay focused and, of course, push yourself to obtain these goals, but don't be so hard on yourself if you don't achieve them, especially not right away. Sometimes goals don't come to us when we think that we need them or, you know, want them really bad. Sometimes goals have to linger and sit within us and, you know, really stir itself up until it's ready to be presented to us. It's ready for us to have accomplished it, you know, because sometimes we're not ready for goals to be accomplished. There's lots of things where I thought if I had this now, I'd be set. But thinking back, even my mind frame 6 months ago, my mind frame now is way more adapt to handle a blessing like that goal being achieved than it was then, you know. Of course, I would have loved to have it then. I would love to have that money then. I'd love to have that, you know, new vacation then. I would love to have that new car then, whatever it is that you want. I would love for me to be able to meditate this long then, but realizing maybe that wasn't the right time is really going to help you in the long run when you maybe don't achieve these goals in the time frame you were hoping to, because you don't want to give up. You know, you don't never want to give up. The divine is always working towards our best self, our best outcomes. And it's when we give up that usually the blessing was just about to come. So we need to always stay consistent with our goals. When you're breaking them down into small pieces, even if you stumble on those, be gentle with yourself. But you need to have discipline so that you're really knocking down those small pieces. Because the big pieces, of course, the big goals, that's one thing, you know. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort usually to knock out a big goal. Or it wasn't that big in the first place. But it's the small goals that you want to use to build your discipline so that once you get to the big goal, you're already in the habit of knocking out small goals every single week, every single day. It's just part of your nature at this point. So those small goals that you're knocking out, that to get to the big goal, is the stuff that's really going to help build you and grow you to the person that is ready for that big goal. So if you want to achieve your goals, you need to be patient with yourself. Figure out what the main goal is, break it down into smaller goals, and then break it down to even smaller goals, even if you need to, you know. And I don't mean smaller goals like lessen the goal that you want. I just mean if you want a house and a white picket fence, first figure out, okay, I want to get this job, you know, or I want to figure out how I'm going to make this money. Whether you're going to be an independent, online person, I don't know what you call it, independent entrepreneur, or if you're going to be a contractor or you want to go to trade school, whatever it is. If your life isn't aligning with that at this time, and there doesn't seem like there's any way out to where you are at this point, you're living just month to month, bill to bill, then that's the first small goal that you need to change. And I know for some people that might seem like a big goal. Hey, but changing stuff like that, like changing your job, changing how you act, changing how you eat, these aren't actually big goals, you know. These are goals that we all should be just doing. It's not a goal. It's a thing that we should just be doing. We should be constantly pushing ourselves to be better. And if we're barely surviving, we should be doing anything we can that's not overworking ourselves, but is bettering ourselves. And I feel like that's where we lost track for a lot of us in trying to attain these goals, is we'll either overwork ourselves or not work at all, and it ends up just slipping away because we're so focused on the work to get to the goal that we forget the fun of the goal. I've heard of a lot of people who get signed a major contract and then they just hate going to the studio, you know, or people who got put on this big movie and now they just hate doing movies after that one movie because everybody wants to be that one person that they got big for. So we have to really enjoy the small goals that get us up to that big goal, because when you are that superstar or you are that person with that nice house and the white picket fence, you want to be able to enjoy it and know that you earned it and know that you have worked so hard and have been able to grow through the whole process of getting these goals. You know, lots of times when people get these things in a quick way and they didn't really earn it as much as some other people did, they get lost in it. Their souls get lost into the big goal being obtained so quick. So people like us who it takes a little longer for these big goals to get obtained, but the growth in the process of it is the real gift. We get to appreciate an outside view. We get to see these people that are falling and being exposed on the internets and stuff like this. We don't have to deal with this. We get to learn from their examples. You see the divine sent example sometimes to us, because everything is divine at the end of the day. Of course, there's good and there's bad, but everything is an example for us, a lesson for us. Everything is for us as an individual. It's not so much as why those people did this and that. It's if it came to your awareness, if it came across your attention, it was for you to come across your attention for a reason. Other than if you're just endlessly scrolling, which you shouldn't be doing. But yes, you want to be achieving your goals, not endlessly scrolling. You want to be making it a constant thing for you to be crossing off on your list at least once a week, something that is associated with the bigger goal. Whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's healing wise, whether it's eating wise. You want to be working towards these bigger goals as much as possible. You don't want to just stay dormant and just say, oh, well, that didn't work out, so I give up now. No, the best inventions and designers and actors and music artists have failed tons and tons of times. But they just don't promote their failures. What gets promoted is their wins. So we have to realize this and realize it's okay to fail a bunch of times. But it's those people that keep on going, that keep on pushing towards that goal, that keep on pushing towards that dream, and who do it in a divine manner, in a divine path. Who do it in a divine manner, in a divine path. They're the ones who succeed at the end. They're the ones who truly get their glory. The meek shall inherit the earth. The meek shall inherit the earth. Yes. Right now we may be meek, but our glory is coming. Hey, come here. So don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on your glory. You just have to keep pushing and keep realizing that you're much closer than you think you are. So one love. If you haven't, please like, share, subscribe. You know, if you just keep at it, you're gonna get there, trust me. Break down the big goals into smaller steps so that you can get there in a more progressive way and enjoy the process. Don't get so bogged into your failures. It's okay to fail, it's normal to fail. So once again, one love, God bless, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.